Hi everyone, thank you so much for tuning into my YouTube channel. My name is Katla Khongwane and I'm so excited about this week's video, and that's simply because you guys have finally engaged and sent me some questions that you want me to answer. A lot of these questions, or actually all of these questions, are based on last week's video on the interviewing and how to prepare for an interview. So a lot of you have asked me to help you guys answer some of the interview questions that you guys have experienced. So I'm going to go through a few of them with you, and hopefully this helps you in your next interview. I have made sure that I type everything out so I can answer you as succinctly and as correctly as I possibly can, and obviously not have a 15-minute video where I ramble on. All right, the first question I've got here comes from Tepo, and Tepo wants to know how would I answer the question about what the strategy will be for the next sort of 30, 60, 90 days upon starting the job. Tapo, it's very easy to answer this one. You can just say to the interviewer that you're talking to that if you are selected for this particular position, you'd probably use the first 30 days of the job to get to know everybody, understand your role carefully, speak to line, speak to the juniors to understand what's been happening in the business, and to also understand what the plans are going forward so that you know where you fit in. And that is where you would then start your strategy from there based on all that information that you get from line, juniors, and obviously the understanding of your role and what is expected of you. I hope that helps, Tepo. The second question I've got here is from Pam, who says, how would she answer the question about being overqualified for a position? Pam, it's very easy. Also, try not to be negative about it and beat yourself over it when they ask you this question. You can actually answer in the affirmative and say you don't think that you are overqualified for the position because every day is a learning experience. So talking to people, clients, your fellow colleagues is a learning experience. So no, you don't think you're overqualified for the position at all, even though it might look like it that you have more degrees than you do experience in terms of the work that's required of you. And Andrea wants to know how we would answer the question about gaps in work history. Andrea, this is also one of those questions where I think honesty is the best policy. And I would say that you should just answer them and say, well, I took time off because I was working nonstop and I wanted a break. Or you could maybe, maybe you're a woman and you wanted to start a family and take some time to take care of your kids. That's an acceptable answer. Men too actually can take time off to start a family, get married, spend time with a young family, and those are all perfectly acceptable answers to give when you have a gap in your work history. The last question I have here is from a lady. I dare not say her name in case I get it wrong, but I'm going to try. Snezhina. I hope I said it right, Snezhina. You want to know, yeah, how you deal if you get asked a question about conflict management, how you deal with being challenged by either a manager or a fellow colleague. This one is one of those where I've seen people say, no, they handle conflict just fine, but they don't actually elaborate. And if you remember my last video, I said it's very important to back up your answer and not just say yes or no when you answer a question. So I would say, I like being challenged because I prefer thinkers over followers, and I think that that is always best in the thing. I have a high EQ, which is emotional intelligence, which will be probably my next video. I have high emotional intelligence, and therefore I can handle conflict in a workplace or being challenged in the workplace without taking it personally and remaining professional and actually being a fan of being challenged rather than having people just say yes, yes, yes all the time. And that is also the best answer I think you can give as regards that question. Um, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you again for tuning in. Please send me more questions, any topic you like. I'm very happy to cover. You can reach me on my Facebook page, which is Creamfields with a K Recruit, and you can email me directly at katlaho@creamfields with a K.co.za. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a great week ahead. Bye.